Day, Ruskin Jewers, Hope Rex. It's time for the abnormal barders. Yep, today we've got 6 abnormals to chase after. We have the Easter chick bed, the Easter egg grenade, neon rise sheep in the door, Easter neon box, the cozy egg wrap, and notably Hazma egg garage door, which for some reason is down over to here. SMM's got a weird problem going on. Right, that means we've also got quite a lot of regular skins tomorrow that will become marketable. And if you're confused, if you heard the word abnormal, regular, you're sitting there and thinking, what on earth is he on about? What? Well, if you need some help, consider looking in the description right now. You'll see 2 videos are listed at the very top of this video right now. The first video is a 60-second short video which will quickly showcase to you that abnormal skins, they're basically in every single Rust store and they will become marketable before the Rust store even rotates. So basically what we can do is sit here, look at the sales, make considerations for the future and figure out a decent price to offer for these skins. And when the time is right, which for me will be in about 28 minutes from now, we'll race to get those barders down, and then afterwards we'll look at the barder support. We'll look and see how much each of the skins has in terms of barders, how high the price goes, and then we'll consider if we actually want to jump in and buy some skins straight from the Rust store. Sounds good? Right then, don't forget tomorrow there will be several skins here that are obviously not abnormal. They only become marketable when the Rust store rotates. When does the Rust store rotate? Whenever Face Punch feels like it. Sorry to say, but usually around 8 o'clock in the evening UK time, alright? So, London time. Now, if you want to learn a lot more in regards to abnormals, consider watching the second video listed in the description right now. It goes on for about 20 minutes, but it'll teach you everything in regards to abnormals. You'll understand everything. Right then, so, okay, that's up to you. But now, I've got to sit here and consider prices. But first of all, we must address it's Easter week 2. What have I said for like the past 2 weeks? People don't care about Easter. Not really. The other issue is of course, it's a holiday batch of skins. By default, it's our season. Oh dear, yeah. So, are people going to care about this September time? December time? Probably not. But some of these skins do stand out enough that they probably won't matter. Like, in that regard, it probably won't matter too much. So, okay, cool. But you should expect by default that all of these will go down in price. Case in point, let's just look at last week. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well then, yeah, uh-oh. Everything except the tier 2 and the barbecue have gone down in price. Oh dear. So, there you go. That was quick, but not surprising. So, yeah, you should anticipate such a thing. However, what we also should acknowledge is the low sales. There are very low sales this week, and it's definitely reminding me of last year, Easter week 2, 2025. Take note, there are quite a lot of the skins here down in price, but we also happen to have a few of them in the positive ever so nicely. What gives? What happened? Well, I mean, sheer lack of sales, hardly any listings on the Steam market. They worked out alright as investments in the end. Mr. Chick Rock up 46%, Easter Neon Fridge up 85%, Colourful Sweetie Easter Backpack up 52%. So, if that worked out quite alright, you could probably see some of these work out quite alright, okay? Consider that. So, okay, we'll see how that turns out. But that's for like all the other Easter skins, other than Hazma Egg Garage Door, because well, this is its own beast. This is all in its own, alright? This is on another level. This is anime. Stare at the evil demon. Right, so this is also basically a regular collection. It's not Easter only. There will be more other Easter, other Hazma skins. I mean, you might see another Hazma Easter skin next year. We'll see about that. But I guess we might even see one for Halloween. We might even see one for Christmas. We're expecting more for regular Rust stores as well. Now, just this past weekend, we did not see any brand new Hazma skin being produced, but of course we have seen their furnace being resubmitted. If that gets accepted, I think that's going to get a lovely boost. Let's also hop back over to here, because of course we have 2 other door skins before this. Notably, we already have the garage door. Well, let's also point this out. That did over 50,000 subscribers. That, it had some hiccups. It did have a few problems, but then other skins appeared after it. Oh, everything's fine now. So, let's also just quickly point this out. That has sold double in comparison to what we have here right now. This Hazma Egg Garage Door only has just over 24,000 subscribers, and it is matching up quite nicely with the expectations we had in regards to the 48-hour analysis. Every Saturday I look at the skins, I make considerations, and I think about where these skins might end up by next Thursday. Basically, what will their total sales be around? I guessed that the garage door is going to probably end up between 20 to 25,000 subscribers. Well, it's closer to 25,000. It's doing good, and it really wouldn't surprise me if it does surpass it overnight tonight. Why is that? Because it's anime. It's Hazma. There will be more of it, and we know for a fact that most likely still bounce up very nicely. Even though it's very Easter gimmicked, even though you got the bunnies, you got the Easter egg, she's wearing an egg suit, still even then I think that's going to work out nicely. It might not be very nice for a while, but when we inevitably see another skin being accepted, hopefully, there's no guarantees, but we'll see, I think that'll be bouncing up quite nicely. As of now, it's clearly the lowest selling skin in the batch, right? In the set. But who knows what other things we might see, and I ask you, the viewer, what deplorable would you like to see being made next? Feel free to comment below. Anyway, so with the position that we're in, I think I'll be buying some tonight. I bought, I recall buying some sheep doors, didn't I? I bought some sheep doors because I never bought the original Hazma garage door. I didn't buy a batch of them. Well, I'm very happy with how that sheep door turned out. And let me remind you, that did over 40,000 subscribers. That still has sold significantly more compared to this garage door. So what price am I going to offer tonight? Well, I'm suggesting $1.70 to $2.20. If we do see Hazma Halloween, that sounds lovely, by the way. Hazma Christmas, oh yeah, we're going to get like a set of like seasonal skins. That'd be cool. That'd be nice. Don't you think that might happen now? So, okay, yeah, $1.70 to $2.20. We're going in strong. Yeah, it's a $2.49 skin. I think that's going to get enough support to keep it happy for quite some time. And again, if we see more and more skins being produced and accepted, hey, yeah. Like, if I could also point out other anime-themed garage doors of the past, let's remind you, well, of course we have Hazma, but you might recall we had that Halloween one. Not too many people were super pleased with its design, still doing a very good job retaining most of its value. The standard garage door is down bad. That's not down bad, that's down by 7%. That's only slightly down in price. That's pretty good. Scroll. Oh, look at that pop star. Yeah, sold for $3. Right now, it's just about $4. It did suffer a little bit as we went through the Easter dip. Still in the positive, though. So, yeah, case in point, as much as you might deny it, Rust players enjoy anime. And they just can't escape it. So, yeah, we're going strong with that. We're going to offer a very good price for it. So, again, Hazma is on its own level. That has sold very nicely. It's one of the best-selling Easter skins I've ever seen. But now we have all the rest. That's a nice way of putting it. Oh, I mean, that's basically it. So, I'm actually going to talk quite positively about the Easter chick bed. Because to my surprise, it really hasn't sold that much. It is a very goofy, very silly set. It's pretty plain and straightforward, but that's the beauty of it. It's the sheer simplicity. Look at that docile, silly little face. Look at the size of that. Anyway, mate, so anyway. This has sold less compared to last year's fridge. This right here has only managed to reach just under 7,000 subscribers at the moment. More specifically, 6,764. And just to be a little bit more precise, 6,772. I'm under the impression this actually might work out quite alright. Number one, we should also point out that this collection has been successful every single year it's existed. We have seen the hammer skin, the sheep in the door, sheep in the door, then the hammer skin, then the fridge, then the bed. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another skin next year and it also gets accepted. I think Easter Chick is a mainstay for every single Easter from here and now. Okay then, well, let's also point out we have seen quite a lot of beds this year. Ever since they first became skinnable, it's been pretty ridiculous. We have seen 30 already, and we're about another half a year away until October again. There could be like another 20 more of these. It's ridiculous. Or maybe Face Punch might have it in their right mind to consider, you know what, let's slow down. We'll see, but Twitch drops, kick drops, they are inevitable. So, okay, yeah. Ooh. But some of these skins are still working out quite nicely. I mean, it could be better. But then again, as we go through the summertime, once we reach around July and August time, I do believe we'll see more of these in the positive, okay? And I do believe Easter Chick will be one of them. It hasn't sold that much. It's an appreciated collection. I do believe this will be doing pretty good eventually. I don't expect to see too many listings on the Steam market. It's goofy. Don't you want to sleep in a chicken? Say no more, Hedge. So priced at $2.49, I think I will personally offer $1.50 to $2. I think the sheer lack of sales will definitely give it a nice boost. I think that's in a very interesting position. There's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it. So, alright, cool. Lovely. Easter egg grenade. I've had this fort for a while. I considered, you know, both of these, they're both explosive skins. What's wrong with that, Hedge? Well, you skin it, and then you throw it, and then boom, and it's gone. Oh, I spent $2 on that. I'm not sure if there's enough people out there that actually go through the efforts into trying to skin their explosives. I've always had that assumption, and based on the prices of these skins, that seems to be the case. So, grenades. Ooh. Okay. Well, we don't get that many of them, so, okay. And this is the first ever instance of an Easter egg grenade. Many attempts have happened in the past, but it wouldn't surprise me if we see more of them again in the future. So, I think I'm just going to play it safe and offer 70 cents to $1. I'm going to play it reasonably safe. I don't fully trust it. But then again, it's only reached just about 6,000 subscribers. Oh, damn. Because low sales again. A sheer lack of sales, like that could easily get bought out. That could easily get manipulated. Damn. See, now I'm annoyed. Now I'm annoyed because I just don't really know what to say. Listen, if you're convinced some funny business is going to happen, by all means, offer a higher price. But I personally think I should still stick with my 70 cent to $1 suggestion. I'm also a little bit worried I could miss out. I'm also kind of expecting some people to start dumping. I mean, we did see it with the other ones, the previous grenades. But then again, how many did they sell? How much did they sell when they're in the Rust store? 15,000 plus subscribers, almost 20,000 subscribers. So it's different, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Ah, damn. What to say? I think I'll probably do 80 cents to $1.20. I'm going to bump it up. I'm going to say 80 cents to $1.20. Let's go just over halfway. We'll see what happens. Again, it might be pretty easy to notice when the price is going down. We could probably remove it just in time if things look iffy. So, okay, cool. That'll be my suggestion. Neon Rise Sheepman Adore. Well, I've already put a short video out discussing this. Basically, previous Easter-themed doors, we've seen quite a lot of them. And basically, pretty much all of them went down to about half their price. It seems to be a recurring theme. So I think the safest thing to do is just to go 70 cents to $1. Less than halfway. I'm sure we could pick up a bunch of them. And maybe as time goes on, it might turn into a bit of a nice profit. But at best, just a bit of a profit. At best. Yeah. So 70 cents to $1. Small box. We're now down to around 5,000 subscribers now. So also take that into consideration. If you're feeling a little bit more confident, you can offer a fair bit more if you want to. Could we end up where some of the skins currently in this rush store end up like some of the ones we see here from last year? Now it's time to start considering. Small box, you're fine. You're a perfectly fine looking glow-in-the-dark design. Oh, I think with that, I'll probably go ahead and offer 80 cents to $1.20. I have to respect that it's sold next to nothing. That could end up with only like 10 listings on the Steam market. That very likely could end up like last year's skins. So yeah, 80 cents to $1.20. That's what I'm going to offer for that one. Cozy egg wrap. I just don't see it being worth it. Notice how all the recent burlap head wraps have gone down pretty bad. Oh dear. You might sit there and say, but Hedge is good desert camouflage. The standard burlap head wrap is good camouflage. You don't even need to skin it. That's just silly. No offense to Johnny, old boy. In fact, you know, with all due respect, I've showcased some Knights Templar skins today. I've done a little bit of advertising for you, so don't moan at me. But yeah, low sales again. Low sales again. But I still don't fully feel behind it. No, I think I'll just stick with like 70 cents to 90 cents. I don't trust it. I'm not fully behind it. I really wouldn't be surprised if that does go down quite badly. Maybe some people do try to manipulate that in the future. That's fine. But it's not something I want to rely upon, okay? You can't just rely upon other people boosting it up. It's random with what they work with and what they jump onto. So, yeah. We'll leave it be 70 cents, 90 cents for that cozy egg wrap. So that's all of the abnormal skins mentioned and talked about. Now let's go through all the regular skins. And just to remind you, regular skins only become marketable when the roster rotates. Easter Bunny Sheep Matador. Same thing in regards to what I just said with the Neon Rise Sheep Matador. I only want to go about halfway. 70 cents to 90 cents for the Sheep Matador. Didn't sell that much. In fact, going back over to here, what did I think that was going to do? I thought it was going to do between 7,000 to 8,000 subscribers. Oh. Surprisingly, I was a little bit off there. Okay. Well then. 70 cents, 90 cents. Now, in regards to the discussion that we just had with the egg grenade. 50 cents. Yeah, I don't trust satchel charges. Look at the most recent ones. Love letter satchel charge. We had you about a month or two ago. Yeah, I said 50 cents for that as well. Went down to about 70 cents at its worst. So a 50-cent barter would work out quite alright. Don't expect big profit. Do not expect big profits. 50-cent barter is what I'm suggesting. Egg durable SAR. You have hardly sold anything. But let's also point out, not too long ago, we did see the Senor Tomato SAR. That also did a very similar amount of sales. It's part of a collection. It's down in price, but it's not down terribly, but it still went down in price. Not enough people cared about it. Now, this is a nice blue design. It's got, got a cute little bunny and whatnot, but I don't think it's enough. It's also got a standard sight. So, looking at that, I think that's just going to go down to $1. I'm going to suggest 60 cents to 80 cents. Okay. So, what do we have right here? An interesting discussion. I've put a short video out discussing this already, but if you aren't fully well aware, we only have 2 of these sandbag barricade skins that exist. And the other one is probably one of the rarest skins in the game. It is Grandma's Gift Barricade. So, for a very long time, this was the only option for a sand barricade. It's only been going up in price more and more and more and more and more. It's listed at $150. It's quite literally $150. If you don't buy that, you're not getting it. So, okay, cool, understood. It didn't even budge with the arrival of a brand new sandbag barricade. This is always going to be valuable. It's rare. So, if you're ever thinking this also could be considered rare, no. It's sold thousands. So, looking at this, 4,400 subscribers. Let's just confirm the actual precise number. Can confirm it's 4,435. Now, when I looked at this, when I first saw this, I was like, you know what? I might need to just go grab like 10 and just see what happens. Because I don't know. Here's a good question to ask you, the viewer, and chat. When was the last time you used a sandbag barricade? Go. Chat. When was the last time you used a sandbag barricade? What on earth did you do with it? What did you do with it? Because, starting to notice something here. I don't think you used them. Well, you might use them now because you got that, but, come on, tell me. When was the last time you used one? I do recall some... March 2025, place one because I looted it. No skin. Right then. So, I'm not sure if there's enough justification to own it. It's not sold that much, so it does have that sort of positive. Used it in a recycler to get stone. Maybe if in PvE, maybe. I know some people are considering it on boats. But I don't think that's actually going to get utilised. Maybe some people try and manipulate it to make it appear as if it's actually valuable. But, well, I'm not sure. I'm very happy to see it was accepted. I just can't see it really working out stupendously, insanely. So, what do you say then, Hedge? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I remember when I first saw concrete barricades making a return, right? And initially, I was in the same position. When was the last time you used a concrete barricade? So we questioned that. People didn't really have an answer for it. And as you'll see, look at it now. Oh boy. A 6-year gap from Railway Barricade to Adobe Barricade. Sold for $1.49, now it's selling for a third of its price, 52 cents. 76 cents, same price, it sold for $1.49. Cargo Heli Barricade glows in the dark, sold for $2 in the rush store, now it sells for 74 cents. All of them are below $1, basically. They are not in demand. And I'd have reason to believe Sandbag Barricade is probably used just as much as a concrete barricade. In theory, that is probably going to end up less than $1 as well. But you're selling for $1.49, so maybe it doesn't hurt to just give it a shot. Just grab a few and see what happens. Let's go 70 cents, 90 cents. Let's go with 70 cents, 90 cents, and let's see if that works out nicely. Now, by all means, if you're also curious, if you're also interested, yeah, I'm in the same position. I can risk just buying 10 and seeing what happens, but I'm also in the position of I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't really do anything. It wouldn't surprise me. So, all right, cool. Danger Barricade, famous for a while. It was, but it was pay to win, and of course, when it got corrected, ooh, well, and suddenly nobody cared about it. So, all right, cool. So, yeah, Easter, pretty straightforward. Let's see if it all works out nicely in about a year's time. But fairly soonish, I do believe that'll be working out all right. Right then, so tomorrow's rush store. What are we expecting? We are stacked. I'm not joking when I say we are stacked for potential, very nice potential acceptances. So if you have not yet seen it, here's the Rush Workshop skin checks. Notice a lot of collection continuations. Oh, I didn't add the tag for Funerary Tier 3. Whoops. But there's a lot of clothing here. For the past 2 weeks, we have seen some very interesting options. So, of course, this was last week's batch. We saw some interesting deplorables. But notably, as we scroll all the way down over to here, we saw Forest Raiders backpack, Damascus backpack. We also happened to see the pretty good-looking hamster helmet. But we also happened to see Knights Templar roadside gloves and boots. Oh, we also saw Legacy Kevlar tactical gloves. Oh, then we also happened to see Wasteland Recruit and Acid Arachnid getting sequels. So we've got some hoodie and pants here. That would be appreciated. We've got Tier 2 armor here. That would be appreciated. We also happen to see some brand new Tier 3 armor here. Hamster collection gets, well, I mean, it's just a rock, but we've got a sequel here to the Hamster Rock. I wouldn't say no, and hamster will. But then we also happen to have Hellcore Tier 3 armor. What? So that's looking pretty good. But then, of course, we should also point out Hellcore also has a revolver with a transparent aim sight. What? Yep. I mean, that was expected, wasn't it? But that was last week. What about this past weekend? Okay, right. So look at that. The first ever neon electric furnace right there. That is made by Duck. That is in the same collection as the neon storages. Ooh. Do you not like red? Would you like to see another colour? I actually asked him as a joke. How many different colour versions? Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, you got like bamboo cage fridge there. You got some pretty cool looking spinning wheels. You got another pizza box. You got a demonic small box proposed collection. Huh? Scrolling down, we see some very interesting looking sheet metal double doors. A peanut rock, but that might not be happening now. Like, smart idea, but something might have happened. What? Anyway, moving on. Lots of salvaged axes, lots of jackhammers. But then we go to the clothing and the armor, and what do I see with my eyes? Some very interesting primitive skins. I see hay, poncho, boonie hat. I'm thinking a lot of people are going to greatly appreciate that in the desert. I see wild hunt, deer skull mask and poncho. That's looking very eerie and scary and ritualistic. Oh, yes. But then we also happen to have Knights Templar jacket, Black Diamond jacket, Naval camo boots and gloves, Island Assault tactical gloves. Oh, it's back. A second attempt for the Black Ops Tier 2, Funerary Tier 3 for like the fourth attempt. We are stacked upon stacked upon stacked for very interesting, very cool potential collection continuations tomorrow. I am not joking. We could see some very nice, very lovely looking things. We could finally be happy. Look at me, viewer. We could finally be happy. And they could also take it away from us and accept none of it. What do you think's the more realistic outcome? Certainly it got like very sad. What do you reckon's going to happen tomorrow? What do you reckon's going to get accepted? They could just randomly turn around and accept no clothing and armor like they have done before. Guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Now, by all means, you could go to micro522.com, give it a nice refresh over to here. You can see all the skins in terms of their overall scores And, well, I can confirm to you, Neon Electric has an absurd score. But you're not going to see that until May 4 swipe. It's a very early submission. Duck wants to get in early. So, all right, cool. Don't forget, we've got 3 more April Rust stores. Tomorrow, next week, and the week after that. Oh, okay then. But Naval Camo Red Sun Gloves on top, followed by Sakura LR300. Yep, sequel to the AK-47. Pirate, Piranha. Bleh. Island Assault Tactical Gloves 3rd. Meow Meow Furnace is 4th. Antique Ioka Pistol is 5th. Technically speaking, Knights Templar Jacket is 6th. Popstar Jackhammer is 7th. Blah, 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 blah. You see a lot of interesting skins there. Scroll down, look at the description. Micro522.com is listed right there. Go take a look in your own time. I'm sure the scores might have changed by the time you look at it. So, yep, for your consideration. Right then, so that was a big yapping session. But the question is, will we end up in a position like last year? Could it actually happen? We shall see. Right, let's now skip ahead. Do those abnormal barders. And then, of course, afterwards, look at the abnormal barder support and question if we actually want to jump in and buy some of those skins. Right, and let's go. So I bet it immediately appears. Go. Boom. No. Oh, there we go. Oh, only 49 cents? What are you doing? That's a waste of a barter. That's really stupid. Sorry to say, but you're just basically wasting your time. Why would you only offer that much? I'm sorry to sound mean, but I am being truthful. You are silly. A very silly person you are. Yes. Boom. Done. Right. That's basically everything, isn't it? Now, come on, then let's go ahead and do the other things. Oh, I've accidentally gone ahead and looked at the workshop. Didn't mean to do that. Good job, Hedge. Right, over here. Other things. Right, we've got the bed. Okay, bed. I see you got some barders on you already. They look pretty good. I might have missed out on you. What price did we suggest again for the bed? $1.50 to $2. Oh, well, people jumped onto you already. That's looking pretty good. Props to you, bed. You're doing good. Right, okay. So, I guess I'll probably try and sneak in here with, like, this. I'll just request 30 because I'm a little bit slow. I am. And then I'm going to switch over to here and get a second barder down. Because I only really want to do 2 barders on 2 skins this week. I see you haven't really gone all the way up to $2. So let me just push you aside and take that spot. See ya. Bye. Alright, cool. That's mine now. Thank you. Goodbye. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at these 3 as well. Boom. Sheet with a door. I don't really expect that much from you. I do believe it will be going down. That seems to be around 70 to 80 cents. I suggested 70 cents to $1. Nobody else is going that much higher. Maybe I'll just sit here and offer this and then just leave it be. Just one barder. Just one barder. Yeah, I'll just request 15. We'll see what happens in the future. So, yeah, Easter. Not really much to scream and shout about, really. Not really. Not really. I mean, I still do try. I'm pretty good at it. But, yeah, it's honestly only Hazma Garage Door that seemed to be something worth chasing after. But with all due respect, a lot of people did turn up with the bed. Yeah, almost as much barders. That's looking pretty sweet. So let's now wait an hour or so, and then, of course, we'll look at the barter amount then and start making some proper considerations. All right, we're back, and as you'll notice, we've got prices here now, looking pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and take a look and see, do these look like perfectly fine things to jump into and potentially consider buying? Well, would you be surprised to see that the Hazma Egg Garage Store has a lot of support? I wouldn't be surprised if this potentially gets like an extra 2,000 subscribers over the course of the next, like, 20 hours, I guess you could say. Again, usually the roster rotates around 8 o'clock in the evening, UK time, London time, alright? So, yeah, looking at the support, that's looking good. That does look like it'll hold. That does look like it'll do pretty sweet. I don't think 26 or 7,000 subscribers is absurd, but you could still see a lot of listings. Like, do not rule out the possibility that one very lovely, stupid person might dump 100. It's happened many times in the past. But of course, with a sequel, with a potential collection continuation being accepted, people jump onto this. Much like what they did with the previous garage door and the sheepman door. So yeah, support's looking very good there. I would jump in. I would put down probably a very good barter. I'd also just jump in and go grab some from the store. If you really wanted to pick up some, yeah. I'm even considering grabbing like 50. Which is quite funny for an Easter skin. But it's something else. It's something special. It's anime. What? But yeah, people do happen to like this. And we did see it with the Halloween one last year. It did retain value reasonably. It didn't really go up in price that much. But I picked up a lot of them with a barter. So, alright, cool. So yeah, you're looking good. I've got a good barter down. I'm the $2.20 barter right there. I'm sure I'll pick up some, especially as we go through like the autumn fall seasonal dip. Well, that's in about 6 months' time, Hedge. But you know, just putting it out there. I'm just being aware. So yeah, all right, cool. Let's see if we get more Hazma skins. It's looking good. Now, I guess you could say I'm a little bit surprised, but yeah, Easter Chick Bed actually got some pretty good barders. Easter Chick Bed, $2.49. Not too many sales because again, it's like just under 7,000 subscribers. It's like almost as good as what we just saw a second ago with the Hazma garage door. To be honest with you, I think you could jump in and buy some. Now, if you really want to try your best to get them a little bit cheaper, you could probably go ahead and offer like $2.20, $2.30. But I think you could just go ahead and buy some. There's not much of it that's been bought already. I don't think we'll see that much more. But is it actually be like really profitable? Like, again, it's goofy, it's silly, it's just basically a little chick bed thing. Doesn't glow in the dark or anything, though. So if you're watching this right now, if you're having your lunch break, watching this video, I would start considering, like, right now, do you actually want to jump in and buy some? Lack of sales, good support. Very likely we'll see another sequel next Easter, but you got to wait until next April or March. I don't know when the next Easter is next year. Point still remains, you got to wait a year. That might be a bit of a concern. But as we get closer and closer to the summertime, as kids are out of school, during the breaks between, like, what, June to September, I reckon you might see that slowly pick up in price a bit more. I think all interesting skins in general do tend to work out nicely, and that hasn't got like Easter eggs all over it. It is a chick, but you know, chickens exist outside of Easter, don't they? They're just sitting there plotting. So yeah, honestly, you could probably jump in on this as well. I'm considering it. So all right, cool. Now, with all the other skins, it's a bit debatable what happens next. They are not like... They're not sitting there with insanely high sales. It's fairly tame. As you can see here, this is a $2 skin. It's got barders going up to about $1.10. I suggested up to $1.20 if you can recall. I mean, we'll see what happens. But the lack of sales is definitely making it look more appealing. Consider this. You might think some people might get scared and still try and dump. Well, I don't really expect that much of it to happen because, again, there's just not much of it available. So we'll see. Maybe a sheer lack of sales would lead to a sheer lack of listings, which would lead to antsy and impatient people wanting to put down more and more barders just to be able to try and grab one of these. It's happened. It's definitely happened before. So if you happen to own an Easter egg grenade, never sell it below $5. There you go. But if you truly wanted to try and put down a good barter and try and succeed in grabbing some of these, just offer $1.50. If you really want one for yourself, just buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator, keep them nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. That applies to all Easter skins, alright? But as an investment, if you're questioning about buying 100 of these, you're better off with a barter. Alright, cool. Neon Rise Sheep in the door, same thing. We've looked at the previous Easter doors. I kind of figured that out pretty quickly on the day I saw both of the sheep in the doors in the same store. Yeah, just go about halfway, and as you notice, a lot of people didn't even go up to 90 cents. In fact, we don't even have anyone at $1. Chances are that might go all the way back up to around half the price it sold for in a Rust store. Next year, it could end up at $1.25. Maybe a solid $1 barter might be alright. Maybe the lack of sales makes this a lot more interesting. We'll see how it goes, but based on what I'm seeing here, I think I think you're just better off offering $1. Maybe even $1.10, $1.20 if you're going to be a lot more secure and potentially picking up some of these. But will it actually rise up in value in the future? Not really sure about that. So, all right, we'll see how that goes. Easter Neon box. So both the sheep in the door and the small box are sitting at around 5,000 subscribers at the moment. That's low. Very, very low. Same applies to this. I don't think people are going to really care that much in anticipation to next year's Easter. But hey, maybe we'll see a sequel. That might be nice. That'd be a very nice thing to give it a boost. Got to wait a year. So what happens over the course of the rest of the, well, let's just say 365 days? Well, I expect some problems still. But again, sheer lack of listings, sheer lack of sales, antsy people, they're going to start putting down some higher and higher buy orders. We'll see how it goes as well. $1.50. I think you might be able to pick up some of them. But again, if you just want to grab one for yourself just in case, just go buy one. You get the idea. Yeah, there's not that much support for this. Yeah. So basically the bars stop at like 65 cents. There is this person here. That might be me. I'm not sure if it's me. I have to double check. But yeah, yeah. So that happened. People don't seem to be fully behind head wraps. If you happen to be the 75-cent guy, maybe double check and just make sure you definitely want to do it. But hasn't sold that much. It is in a pretty interesting position. It'd be interesting to come back to and just double check and see how everything turned out. Of course, I do that in my profit review videos. So, okay, cool. We'll see what becomes of that then. What do you reckon, chat? Will at least one of these other Easter skins end up being a random potential profitable skin? So I had the previous, well, last year's week 2 Easter Rush store here, but it's gone now. Whoops. Oh well, you saw it earlier. You know what I'm talking about. So yes, what is going to become of this tomorrow? Are they actually going to keep that name? We'll see. We'll see. Perfect name though. Great for the desert. So I guess I might be doing 2 separate special showcases tomorrow, if that is released tomorrow. If it's not released until the weekend, all right, sweet. Got my weekend video sorted. But yeah, I need to sort that out. So guess that'll probably end up being a 5-minute video. Again, I'll be showcasing that sleeping bag in the desert. I know people are gonna want to see that, so I shall. Right, cool. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. That was Easter 2026. As we've already showcased, Easter week 1 not exactly holding up very nicely. Ooh. And then of course with Easter week 2, well, time will tell. Just simply with that, it made it a whole lot more interesting. This not getting that many sales made it even more interesting as well. But what of everything else here? I'll keep an eye on it. Right then, so that is essentially everything. Keep an eye on the commits. Don't forget, interesting details in regards to brand new DLC and whatnot being mentioned. As you can see here, oh, the industrial large furnace is upon us. The first ever skinnable large furnace skin. It's in a DLC, so right now it's not like skinnable for skin creators to work with, but that'll be something Facepunch makes themselves. Maybe we see large furnaces becoming skinnable in the future. Can confirm player count is slowly starting to drop off. It's very similar to March though, and as we go through this weekend, it'll bounce back up and match up to this again. So we very likely could have a year where not a single month goes below 100,000. That would be pretty interesting. That would be pretty interesting. Oh yes, indeed. So all right, keep an eye out. We might have a pretty interesting year for Rust. And of course, with more content on the horizon, blah, 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 you get the idea. So, all right, cool. So start looking at micro522.com and get a good look at those skins, see which is performing quite nicely. And yeah, start making considerations if you actually want to buy some of these skins. Whilst last week, the rotation was fairly late, the next one, it could be randomly super early. So make considerations faster. Right then. That's pretty much everything that needs to be said. So, what are you hoping for? What are you praying for? Oh, yeah, this was just us talk about this silly pun barbecue. It's a barbecue. I'm so sorry. But yeah, consider watching the Rust Workshop skin checks videos for the past 2 weeks if you so wish. Lots of interesting skins were submitted. Lots of interesting collection continuations. But which ones will actually be accepted, we shall see. So, yeah. Oh, that's Sandbox. Don't worry about that, unless you do care. Well, keep an eye on those prices whilst you can. Sandbox is releasing in just under 2 weeks. Ooh. But for now, let's focus with this. And, yeah. Yeah, good look at those brand new skins. Get on your knees and pray. Comment below, what is your personal wish list? Out of the past 2 weeks, of submissions, what would you absolutely adore? If you can make your own Rust store, comment below right now. I'll be very curious to see what you say. Alright, and yeah, that's it. That's everything. So, thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Best luck to each and every single one of you. And let's just see how it all is tomorrow. Will we actually manage to be happy? Or will Facepunch refuse? Only one way to find out.